Hey, I'm outside. I hope you guys can hear me, but it was beautiful out, so I had to come outside to do this live. I'm with Bella. Say hi, Bella. I'm doing this live really quickly because I wanted to talk about the Yoni. I want to talk about the Yoni Detox Pearls because I've been getting so many questions about them. If you can hear me, let me know. If you can't hear me, let me know. We're in a little bit of a busy place, so it's a little loud with traffic.
Yeah, because like there's cars all over.
Yeah, there's cars all over. So what I wanted to talk about is I'm getting a lot of inboxes, a lot of questions. I've had some women talk to me telling me that they use the detox pearls, not mine personally, but they've used detox pearls and they have gotten an infection from the detox pearls. Or they've used the detox pearls and they're experiencing some type of vaginal burning and some type of irritation, right? Or they will contact me and say, well, I purchased the detox pearls from wherever and I want to know how many detox pearls can I use? And it's a little bit hard for me to answer some of these questions, okay? And they want to know how to use the detox pearls because I've had girls contact me where they just took the detox pearl and they shoved it inside of themselves and they didn't know if they did it the right way or the wrong way. So we're going to talk about some things about the detox pearls, and then I'm going to demonstrate to you actually how to unravel the detox pearls and prepare the pearl to be inserted into the vagina so that you're able to detox whatever's no longer serving your best self, right? Okay, so is the detox pearl toxic? No, the detox pearl is not toxic.
Nah.
The detox pearls are all natural herbs, okay? And I want you guys to keep this in mind when we're talking about herbs and herbal care. I want you guys to keep in mind that herbal medicine is a form of Chinese medicine, okay? It's an alternative healing practice and it is a form of Chinese medicine. So if you hear someone uses an herbal remedy or a supplement to detox or what have you, 9 out of 10 times or very closely, you're going to find it to be a Chinese herb or a Chinese remedy. That's just what it is. If you go to school for alternative healing, even some people that went to school for, what do you call that? When you get those needles in you, you know what I'm talking about? I can't think of the name, I'm drawing a blank, but of course you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Acupuncture. So I drew a blank, but acupuncture, you know, they also teach a lot about herbal remedies in that class, in that school, and it is based on Chinese medicine. So I want you girls to keep that in mind. Don't believe the hype when you hear, don't move the camera, don't believe the hype when you hear someone saying, oh, well, I'm not going to use those herbs because those herbs are from China. That's something, from China and it can't be safe. Herbal healing practices come from a Chinese lineage or Chinese background or Chinese practice. That's one thing. So what's going on with some of these women that are experiencing some type of burning sensation or some type of discomfort during the time that they're using their detox pearls? Most of the time what's happening is they have some type of pre-existing condition. So let's say if you are suffering, and this is something you have to share with the person that you're purchasing these pearls from. That's why I offer an intake. That's why I offer a consultation, because it's very important before you purchase these pearls for you to speak with someone knowledgeable that's able to answer your questions and give you the correct regimen that's going to work best for you to give you your desired results, okay? So if you're purchasing these pearls and you're not speaking with someone in regards to what's going on and what's your reason for purchasing them for, then you may have some type of reaction due to whatever condition that is already pre-existing, okay? So let's say you have BV, right? Bacterial vaginosis, and you go to use the detox pearls. Most likely you are going to feel an irritation because you already suffer from bacterial vaginosis. So these pearls are going to detox this out, right? Think about it like this. If you do any type of detox, let's say you're detoxing your face, not your face, excuse me, your skin, right? You're doing a body cleanse, whatever, to detox your skin. oftentimes your skin is going to break out because it's removing the impurities are being pushed out, right? So the same thing with the detox pearls. When you're using them, impurities are being pushed out. So it may cause a reaction to whatever is pre-existing. So that goes for bacterial vaginosis, right? You can experience a breakout, right? So let's say if you have herpes and you use the detox pearls. If you use the detox pearls and you're experiencing and you have herpes, then you can actually have a breakout from herpes. You're going to experience a breakout because it's helping to remove the impurities that are going on that are causing these breakouts, okay? So it's helping to alleviate the symptoms. Am I claiming that the detox pearls are curing herpes? No. What I am going to say is that I have many clients that do express the fact that they have, something just bit me, that do express the fact that they are no longer experiencing breakouts, right? However, I just want to make it clear that if we are experiencing herpes simplex 2, even when we're not having breakouts, we do always want to stay protected, right? Because it is still a very strong chance of that being spread. However, the pearls, yes, they are helping to alleviate the symptoms, and I've heard from all of my clients that have herpes, they are experiencing actually no breakouts for over a year now after using the detox pearls. So I'm very excited about that, and I think that's dope, and it's definitely a reason to use them if that's something that you're experiencing. What are some of the other questions that I'm having about the detox pearls? Can the detox pearls cause toxic shock syndrome? I have never ever heard a case.
No, I think it's no.
So Bella says no too, but I've never ever heard a case of the detox pearls causing toxic shock syndrome. Toxic shock syndrome comes from a level of toxicity being used in the products that you're using, right? So when you're using tampons, specifically the thick ones, the ultra thick ones, they had a toxin in them that was causing toxic shock syndrome, which has now since supposedly been removed. I believe it was the dioxin levels that were in it that was causing toxic shock syndrome. So you want to be mindful of that. The detox pearls are not causing toxic shock syndrome. If you've ever experienced some type of infection from using the detox pearls, I'm very interested and open to speaking with you. I'm very interested in open to offering a free consultation with you, so we can kind of get to the root of the cause and see what is really actually going on with you. I can't imagine after using so many unnatural things such as tampons and douches and condoms and adult toys that you would use something natural and then that happened to cause some type of issue. So I'm very curious and interested because none of my clients have experienced any infections or anything from using the detox pearls, right? If you have a question about the pearls, definitely post it. Let me know. I don't know if I'm going to see them the way the camera's set up, but I don't see any questions now. If you're on, say hey. And if you have any questions about the pearls, definitely ask me now. What else about the detox pearls? What other questions have I been getting? Can you use them during pregnancy? No. Can you use them during pregnancy? No. Some things I can't answer right now because I got bombshell Bella here with these ears. So what else? Let's get a pearl out, right? Let's see what they look like. Oh, you know what I can do? I'll read over the instructions that I send out with my pearls so you can kind of get an idea of what information you get with the pearls and how to use them and what's inside of them. And you can totally do your own research on the detox pearls and the herbs that are inside of them, okay? So you do get instructions with the pearls, every pearl that you get. It gives you the step-by-step on how to insert them. One thing that's really important, obviously, is that you're very clean. You're washing your hands before inserting the pearls. And it states that you want to unravel a string, right, into a length that's long enough for you to be able to move the pearl when you're ready to move the pearl. These are my pearls. These are my pink packaging, which I'm in love with this color. We just got this color in. We're going to be changing the packaging again, but we will be keeping it pink. So here's the pearl, and it says to, once you remove the pearl, right? So I'm just opening it. They're very sealed very tightly for obviously sanitary purposes, to keep it clean. You want it to be clean, right?
Ooh, I like it.
And this is what the pearls look like. They're very, hold it up close there, Bella, so everyone can see.
Wait, I want to see.
Just hold it up really close, like really, really, really close. Can they see that? Okay, let's see. There we go. So let's talk about what's in the pearls. Do I have the ingredients on here? FDA disclosure. Oh, saffron is in the pearls. Natural indigo is in the pearls. Sephora flavacine is in the pearls. Angelica is in the pearls. Motherwort is in the pearls. Dandelion is in the pearls.
Ew.
Yeah, like a dandelion flower. You ever seen a dandelion flower? Yeah, so dandelion is in the pearls. So those are some of the ingredients that are in the pearls. Some of the natural active ingredients that are in the pearls that are helping to detox the vaginal area, detox the womb, and to help to alleviate any symptoms that you may have going on, right? So again, this is what the pearl looks like. Now, when it talks about, it says to remove the pearl, well, unravel the string, right? If you look close, you'll see there is a small string here, right? And that's what you want to unravel. You don't want to unravel it all the way. Move your big head.
No.
You don't want to unravel it all the way. So you want to do it just long enough so that when you go to remove the pearl, right, this string should be hanging out, so you have no issues with searching for this pearl, because it is pretty small, and you don't want to find yourself searching for it, right? So pull the string out long enough. You don't want to unravel it, because if you unravel it, then you'll open the pearl and then you won't be able to use it anymore, right? This pearl gets inserted vaginally. So let's see, the instructions says approximately 7 centimeters, as close to the cervix as possible. You should not feel the pearl if it's inserted correctly, and the string always should be left outside of the vagina, right? If you're feeling the insert of the pearl, then that means maybe you're suffering from some vaginal dryness. And what you can do is you can dip the pearl in oil, maybe a little olive oil, some type of maybe some coconut oil. This is to help for it to be inserted, more gently, so you're not feeling any type of irritation. If you insert this pearl and you have pre-existing conditions, you may feel some type of irritation. So I just want to make that clear again. Most of the times you don't really feel anything. You don't really notice that it's there. Some people do experience a level of dryness, and this is the effect of the pearl actually pulling out what's going on vaginally. Whatever's going on, it's actually starting to pull it out, right? What do you expect after using this? So you're leaving it in. Some people leave it in for 42 hours, some people for 72 hours. How do you know how long to leave it in, and how do you know how many to use, right? That's another question I'm often getting asked. I can only answer that after a consultation, honestly, because I have to know what exactly is it that we're working with. So what condition is it that you have? So if you're suffering from, if you're just looking for vaginal tightness, reinstating natural moisture, just a detox, then something like that, that would be a simple detox, and that would be something that we would have to discuss via a consultation. If you have something pre-existing, you have herpes or something like that, then for something like that, I'm going to give you a regimen of a couple of deep cleanse detoxes, which is completely different, right, with the whole regimen of things. If you have fibroids, you're going to get a fibroid eliminating type of detox regimen, and that's what the regimen is that I'm going to give for you. So it's hard for me to tell. I get a lot of inboxes and girls that purchase these pearls from I'm not sure where, but they're in my inbox and they're asking me so many questions about how to use them, how many to take, and I want to answer you girls, and I don't want you to think that I'm not giving you the answer because I want you to be my customer or I don't have the time. It's not that. It's that I can't give you an answer that's going to get you the results that you desire without me getting all of the information that I need, and the only way I'm going to be able to get that is through a full detailed consultation. So I just want you to be aware of that. If you do purchase the pearls and you don't do a full consultation, then I always advise you follow the directions that they come with, doing the pearls one by one. I don't recommend anyone doing anything back to back. I would do a monthly probably, because you can always do one pearl a month just for maintenance reasons. Like after your cycle, you can do one detox pearls to help remove you know, whatever's going on, anything backed up, any blockage. I have some girls that suffer from that don't have a diagnosis, but they haven't been getting their cycle for 2 and 3 and 4 months, and they'll use the detox pearls and it'll help to bring their cycle down and start to regulate their cycle. It also helps to balance pH levels, okay? So it's helping with any vaginal odors. It's also helping to tighten the vagina, helping to reinstate natural moisture. It's helping to alleviate symptoms associated with endometriosis, vaginal ovarian cyst. Ovarian cyst is one of the reasons why I started into womb care, why I started my personal womb care journey. And I kind of don't want to tell the whole story because I'm realizing that I just wanted to come on really quick, and this is actually turning on to a way longer video than I expected. But so I was diagnosed with ovarian cysts, and before I even found out that I was diagnosed with it, I was in school, I was a student, I'm a psychology major, and I was having my cycle, and it was so heavy. It was lasting for 10 days or sometimes longer, but at minimum 10 days. And it was so extremely heavy that I was using a pad and a tampon at the same time, and I was changing like every 45 minutes. That was heavy. That's extremely heavy. And for me, it was going on like that for a couple of years, I believe, because it was normal to me. For me, that was my norm, to have this extremely heavy cycle. I didn't think anything about it. I just thought I have heavy cycles, and that's just what I experienced during this time of the month. But what happened was I started to get lethargic. Like I would come home from school and or from work at the time. I was just opening my holistic wellness center, I believe, or preparing to open it. You know, it was about the year or two before that, so I was preparing, getting everything ready for that. And I found myself coming home and barely being able to move. Like when I say could not move, I was just out of it. My mind would want to do work and do things, but my body was just like, it's so hard to explain. I was just zapped, just lethargic. So I went to the doctors, and my doctor, my general practitioner, is the one who, you know, I told him, I'm like, listen doc, I'm exhausted. I don't know why, but I have no energy. I can't even, some days I can't move. I don't know why. And basically that day he diagnosed me with severe anemia. And I went to my gynecologist, and my gynecologist diagnosed me with ovarian cyst. So the ovarian cyst was causing my cycle to be so heavy that from my cycle being so heavy, I became severe anemic, right? So of course at the gynecologist, which I want to let you girls know, going to my gynecologist, I thought it was because my health insurance. Maybe I didn't have the greatest health insurance, so I didn't have the greatest gynecologist. Even though I had him for years, for most of my life, and I was very comfortable with him and can have, you know, very open conversations with him, I kind of always felt like I probably would get better treatment if I went to another gynecologist. And I thought that was just my story, but it's not. I'm learning after speaking with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of women that a lot of women, at least 85-90% of women, are not experiencing a very good open channel of communication with their gynecologist, or getting to a dead end with their gynecologist where their gynecologist is not able to give them answers anymore. I find that to be just sad. It's unfortunate, and it's part of the reasons why I continue to do what I do, educate myself and continue to spread what I learned, what I experience about holistic wellness and womb healing, womb wellness, and advocating for a healthy womb. I continue to spread it because I think it's valuable, I think it's important, I think it's needed. After speaking with so many women and understanding that it's not just me. It's not just me having this experience with my gynecologist. It's not my insurance. It's not only my relationship with my gynecologist, which is also important. You want to have an open relationship with your gynecologist. You have to be the one to spark the conversation, right? Okay, so I'm dragging this now. I'm dragging it. So I go to my gynecologist, right? And he diagnoses me with the ovarian cyst, and he gives me some prescription, which I've been in the holistic wellness field now at that time, probably over 5 years. And I was like, there's no way I'm taking this prescription. I honestly didn't even read the prescription, so I don't really remember what it was. It might have been a birth control to help to regulate the hormones, to help regulate my cycle. But that wasn't the issue. What the issue was the cyst. So he wasn't giving me any remedy for the actual cyst. He was only giving me remedies to mask the symptoms of the cyst, but not take care of the cyst. And what his answer was about, when I asked him, you know, well, what is this? Is there something else I can do? And he basically was like, well, you know, it's not big enough to really do anything about right now, but, you know, if it's bigger, then we could talk about surgery. And that's when I knew there was a problem. And I was like, okay, I have to find something I could do for myself. I have to take my healing into my own hands, because there's no way I'm going to surgery for this, and there's no way I'm taking this medication, right? So being already into herbal healing and holistic wellness and into oils and all that great stuff, I started to look up different herbs that would help and assist to alleviate these symptoms and help to, for me, hopefully remove these ovarian cysts that are causing this problem. I started working with teas and tinctures and vaginal steaming and the Detox Pearl. This is what I'm getting to. So for me, at that time, the Detox Pearl worked for me with the steaming, the teas, the tinctures. I use a Detox Pearl, right? I used the Detox Pearl the first time. I don't feel like I really got that great results from it. I remember seeing a little bit of discharge, but it was nothing like I thought it was going to be, because I had these pre-existing expectations of what it should look like, and I should have massive whatever coming out of my vagina, right? And I didn't. So I did it again, and I noticed a lot more discharge come out, and I did notice something that looked like a cyst, but I didn't really pay it any attention because I just thought it was discharge and you know, scar tissue being removed. Okay, following that detox and following that cleanse, I had my cycle, and my cycle lasted 5 days, I believe. This is the first time I've had a 5-day cycle in I don't know how long. Okay, so 5 days. And during that cycle, when the 5 days was over, I literally kept wearing a pad for the next 5 days, because I just knew that my cycle was going to come back any day. I was like, there's no way that my cycle is going to be 5 days. There's entirely no way that this pearl that I just used helped me to regulate my cycle or remove that cyst. Now, what had came out of me, I did take pictures of it, and it's on my website. It doesn't have my name on it, so you can't really tell that it's my discharge, but it is on my website under the FAQ tab. If you look at detox, vaginal detox results, one of my pictures are there. So I went back to my gynecologist, and I told him what happened, told him what came out of me, showed him pictures, showed him the detox pearls, told him this was what I was using. Now, this is what I want to explain really quickly. I had a woman tell me that she used the detox pearls and she went to her gynecologist and was diagnosed with a yeast infection. I can totally see a gynecologist just on autopilot and diagnosing you with a yeast infection, okay? And I'm going to tell you why. When I went to my doctors, I had just removed the pearl. And when you remove the pearl, you start to get a buildup of whatever's being removed from the womb area, the vaginal walls, the scar tissue, okay? And sometimes it cakes up around the vaginal area, and it can look very similar to a yeast infection, but it doesn't feel like a yeast infection. So don't mistake it for a yeast infection. So I went to my gynecologist. I mean, it would be a severe one at that, because it's really removing these toxins, and it is a white, sometimes cottagey type of look that comes out, sometimes paperish type of look that comes out because it's the scar tissue. And so when I went to my gynecologist and I was telling him what was going on, I let him know that this is discharge coming out. So he does not mistake it for a yeast infection, and he didn't. And at that time, he also said that he wanted to check me. He wanted to see if I'm telling him that these things are working and I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling. He wanted to check in to make sure. So he did a PAPS. PAPS came back clear. PAPS came back fine. And then he did an ultrasound to check my womb to see if there was any cysts left there. And once he did that, he noticed that my womb was healed, basically. I had no cysts. And he was like, your womb is healed, Kim. He said, I don't see anything. I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't see any cysts. I don't see anything. And I was like, I totally told you I use these detox pearls. And since then, he has asked me to come back with the pearls, and I haven't been back. I've been really maintaining my own self without feeling the need to go. But of course, everyone, I advocate that you do go for at least your annual checkup, because they check for other things, you know, and things that you can't check for on your own, like cancer and stuff like that. So you definitely want to go for your annual. And I'm pretty due for mine. I will follow up with you girls after my annual and let you girls know how my womb is doing. But I wanted to come on and just address those couple of questions that I was getting about the detox pearls. I hope that clears up some information for you girls. I hope that it answers some questions. And you can continue to post your questions here if you want, if you have any more questions. I can't really think of any more that I've been asked outside of, does it cure STDs? Does it work for fibroids? Yes. PCOS? Yes. Herpes? Yes. Bacterial vaginosis? Yes. Removing blockage? Yes. Pelvic inflammatory disease? Yes. Reoccurring yeast infections? Yes. Tightening the vagina? Yes. Reinstating natural moisture? Yes. Balancing the pH levels? Yes. So yeah. That's all I have to say. That is the detox pearl. This is what it looks like. These are actually on sale right now, which I'm going to end the sale tonight because we're almost out. I was only selling them because we're getting a new packaging. They're usually $25 each. They're on sale for $10. I suggest that you get at least 3 if you're going to get them. 6 if you have an issue that you want to help to alleviate. 9, between 9 and 12 if you have fibroids. Between 9 and 12 if you have herpes. And then schedule a consultation with me, and we'll figure out what's going to be the best regimen for you. Okay? Thanks for watching. Talk to you guys later. Say bye, Bella.
Bye.
Bella's reading a book right now. This is what she's reading. Of course, right? What other book would I have her reading? Here, Bella. Womb Wisdom. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.